Today is Monday, December 16th, 2024. This is the most current episode of Myles's monthly Monday memo. I've done one this month already. I shared a voice memo with you already in December, but there's always the option for more Monday memos, and today is that day. In the spirit of the season of giving, I am giving this 12-sided die a roll, adding one to the number, and talking to you for that amount of minutes. And here comes the die roll. It's a 7, so add 1 to grow on, and we'll get 8. And 8 is great. It'll give me a chance to narrate. I can give it to you straight and not prevaricate, but simply demonstrate. I can be open like a gate. Was that 8 rhymes? I stopped counting, or I didn't count. So I am happy to give the gift of the extra memo because I have a couple of benchmarks to observe and some milestones to celebrate. Milestones with a Y. And my birthday is in December. So since the last time we talked, I turned 44. Yay! 44 and on the floor. That's been me. And I'll get back to that about what I mean when I say 44 and on the floor, because it's better than just a slogan, as all the best slogans are. The other milestone is I've been doing these monthly memos for about a year. And I remember the first one, and I was walking around a labyrinth in San Francisco, and the day was gray like it is today. And there's rain outside my window, but I was ringing in the new year, 2024, the one we're now closing out. And the ringing happened during that first recording, and it caught me by surprise. And I thought it was a cool piece of tape, as they call it on This American Life, which this is not. I mean, it's my American life. It's my American life. And I want to commemorate doing this for a year. I made myself a commitment, and I shared a memo with you through the strictures that I put on myself, and I kept that commitment. And what did I get from it? There's a journaling aspect to the memo, and I am keeping audio diary. It's Doogie Howser used a desktop, but I use these voice memos. Who else did radio diaries? Lots of people. And this is not that. This is a voice memo. This is to share. And there's a number of you out there who are sharing with me, and I've been happy to join you for as many memos as you want to listen to. In order, out of order. If you listen to one that connects with you, I hope you'll let me know. You'd be the first, I think, in a year. Maybe making my monthly memos is a game. And maybe, like some games, the early moves are slow and subtle, and just getting some memos out there and seeding the pool. I don't have anywhere more to go with that, so I'm going to transition 44 and on the floor. So when I think of this birthday and a snapshot in time, what do I mean? Well, there's three meanings there. And on the floor, because there were times this year, and I had such a fortunate year, I can point to many instances of good luck for me and my family. But I've been knocked down this year as well, for sure. There's stuff with my family, me and some other friends in our 40s. We're the adult children of parents with dementia, and we're managing that. And I expect many of you know what I'm talking about or know someone who knows. So my dad has dementia, and I have 2 friends, and I have siblings, And I have two living parents. One is the primary caretaker and one is the dementia patient. And they both have their challenges. And I live nearby, and my siblings and me, we're all, working together to communicate and to navigate, but it stinks and it knocked me down. And I was knocked down this year with some setbacks in the business, and I felt like election day was a knock me down feeling. I'm a hippy dippy Berkeley, California PTA dad with my heart on my sleeve who never stops talking about my therapy. So that I'm a Californian, we supported Harris, and I really like the way Biden Harris navigated the economy. As I say that as a business owner, so I have anxiety about what the future holds for our kids and what's going to happen. So the feeling of being knocked down for reasons that some of you might find relatable or could perhaps understand if it's not lined up with your first person experience. That's been a little bit of what 44 on the floor means, but that's not all it means, because I have been feeling really good about practicing yoga, and that connects because yoga is a refuge, and it's very old. It's older than all the things that I worry about, older than my business, older than anyone's business, or if it isn't, it's none of my business. But I've heard it said that the hardest yoga pose is getting to your mat in the first place. I didn't come up with that, but I understand it. And I celebrated a milestone of 9 years practicing yoga with the same teacher, off and on, in person and over Zoom, and in retreats. And I went to a yoga retreat in Hawaii this year, and I recorded a memo about that because it was a spiritual experience. And I think I'll remember that a long time. And the third and final reason I'm 44 and on the floor is as a check-in and a commitment. I make a lot of noise about being a parent to my kids, being there for them, being present. And I say, well, I'm an on the floor dad. I'm not an on the phone dad. And that's a good bit, and I've heard myself repeat it, but I have to practice it, and I have to look at my phone less, do more engaging with my kids about things that are meaningful to them. And I do a lot of it now, which is the check-in, but it doesn't come for free, and pretty soon they won't want it. And so that's the reminder to get it while I can. I hope your holiday season is full of the gifts that are just right for you. Thanks for sharing this.